Hi everybody, it's Kay Kaltoff and welcome to a Stamp and Chat with Kay. We're going to explore some spring and Easter cards that we can make today with Stampin' Blends and also with the Free as a Bird stamp set. And we'll be using sentiments from Fable Friends since they fit perfectly into the nested labels dies. Oh good, we have a lot of watchers already. Welcome! It's so nice to have you here. One thing that you can do to help me out this morning would be to share this on your timeline or in a crafting group or wherever you enjoy sharing information about Stampin' Up. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. After you do that, be sure you come back and let me know that you've shared and your name will go into the drawing. Because on Friday, I will do a giveaway. I'll give away 2 cards, the cards that we make today, along with 2 yards of the lace trim that we are using on our cards today. Welcome! So Elizabeth is here from Ohio. Great, she's already shared. Thank you so much. Marilyn, I just emailed you. I think it was you that I just emailed. Yes, welcome. Hello, she's from Vermont. Hello, Connie, good morning. Oh, good. Marilyn's already shared too. Thank you so much. Yeah, just let me know where you're watching from too. That's also a way to get into the drawing, is to just comment and let me know what you like about my cards or what could be improved. I'm always open to suggestions. Welcome. Oh, it's so nice to have you guys here. Karen's here from Delaware. That's a long ways from Minnesota. Oh, and Jean is on. She had to go make a cup of coffee. It's so nice to have a cup of coffee with you guys. Thank you. I always enjoy that too. I've got my cup right here. It's so cute. It's my favorite one because it's gray. I really like gray. I have gray and black on today. I have gray earrings on. And it has my favorite color besides gray. And it's kind of like that pool party color. Kind of a greenish blue. I love that. Of course, it's from Caribou. Although inside this cup is Starbucks coffee today. Sometimes you just have to mix it up. All right, welcome. Hello, Yvonne, welcome. Hi, Deb. It's good to see you. Jules here, Linda's here, Diane is here. Way good, way good. Thanks for sharing, Yvonne. Well, guess what, you guys? Stampin' Up! Made an announcement this morning that they're doing a 3rd release of giveaways during celebration. So I printed off the little list just before I went live. And I'll just tell you what they are real quick. We've got red rhinestones. Those are super cute. Just adds a little bit of sparkle to your cards if you want to accent in red. And of course they're not too big so that you can mail it without any extra postage. Then they are also offering with a $50 spend the little mini shipping boxes. Those are pretty darn cute as well. We have the Follow Your Art Designer Series paper up for grabs, as well as the Dino Roar Designer Series paper and the Woven Threads Designer Series paper. My favorite one would be the Woven Threads Designer Series paper. I really love that one. If I had little boy kids or little boy grandchildren, I guess girls too, although in my neighborhood it seemed like the boys were the ones that were crazy about dinosaurs, I'd probably get the Dino Roar paper. And then of course the Follow Your Art paper is great for anybody that wants to send a card to somebody crafty, because it's got all kinds of crafty things, even office supplies that are kind of fun to use in your craft room. We have the Shimmer Detailed Laser Cut Specialty paper that's also available, and the Rococo Rose Stampin' Blends. Yay, the whole combo pack is available as a freebie with a $50 spend. And amazingly, the Butterfly Duet Punch is also available. That's with a $100 spend, and the Wild Rose dies are available with a $100 spend. Oh my goodness. So if you guys are wrapping up, you know, all of your orders, all of your wish lists during celebration, you'll want to keep this in mind. And I will do, I don't know if I'm going to have time today. Oh, I'll have to make time. I'm going to do a quick customer newsletter today. It's going to be very quick, but I want to get this into your hands so that you can print it out and have it available for the next week as we wrap up celebration. The reason I was a little stressed out, like, oh, when am I going to find time to do a customer newsletter, is because I am trying to get all those kits shipped out between today and tomorrow for everybody that ordered Spring Fling kits to go. Oh my goodness, it's been a labor of love. I've actually never done kits to go. I'm pretty sure everybody that gets one or has ordered one is going to love it because I put a lot of work into it. But it was an additional 600 card setups. So that was a little bit more work than I thought I was going to get into. So anyway, I will get those in the mail. Like I said, probably about half of them today, because especially if I have to do some updating on my blog, I'm not going to have a full day to devote to it. Then I'll definitely get the rest in the mail tomorrow. So, yay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Okay, let's look at cards that I got in the mail, shall we? I've got some beauties to share with you. This card uses punches. I mean, how easy is it? Oh, I guess there are a couple of die cuts on here, but how easy is it to just put some punches together, put them on a card with some pretty designer paper, add a ribbon, and call it great. And that is what this card is, great. So thank you so much to my customer, Rhonda Withers. She sent this card to me, so I want to share it with you. And it looks like this. And it's really, really pretty and springy and just what a person needs to feel all happy. Whoops, I think I'm out of the picture here. To feel all happy about stamping. So thank you so much, Rhonda. I love it. Super cute. All right, and the next card I got from a downline member. She was thanking me for being a light. Isn't that sweet? So I'm going to share this card with you. She decorated the envelope and everything. She's just so sweet. This card is from Stacy Kratz, and look at how beautiful it is. She said she was inspired by Leanne Graff, and what a beautiful card it is. It uses that bloom punch that's part of the celebration offerings, and then to make the vase, she just used the tailored tag punch and cut it in half. And it's so bright and cheerful and just so gorgeous for spring. So thank you so much, Stacy. It really lifts my heart to get a card like this in the mail. So beautiful. And the little diamonds on there just sparkling away. So pretty. Then I got another card from a downline member. I just about dropped my socks. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When you see the ribbon treatment on this card, you're just going to want to snap a picture because it is so amazing. She was thanking me for being a fearless leader in these tough days. And so I have to share this card with you. It is from my downline member, Mary Alice Bellis. And here it is. Are you ready? Oh my Lord. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at the ribbon treatment on that, you guys. It's just so beautiful. I have the most talented downline members in the world, I swear. They are just so amazing. She uses the vellum that's part of the celebration offering. She has the floral paper here that's part of the celebration offering. I don't really know exactly where the thank you is from, but it's very beautiful. Any sentiment would work. You just emboss it with gold. Just so gorgeous. Oh, look at all those hearts floating up. You guys, yes, you appreciate this just as much as I do. I'm going to hold it up one more time so you can really explore the way she did this ribbon. It's just amazing. I can't even believe it. I'm going to try and hold it up so that you can see actually how the ribbon looks. Because that ribbon is just so beautiful how she did that. Oh, so thank you so much, Mary Alice. You are a true gem. Such a strong woman and so creative and just contributes so much to our group. Thank you. All right. Then, surprise of all surprises, I got a card from one of my watchers. I thought the card was just so cute. So this is from Elaine Hicks. I have to share the card. It's a ladybug card, so get ready to love it. Here it is. Isn't it cute? Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, Elaine, you just are the nicest person. Here it is again, this cutest little ladybug card. But you know, she doesn't stop there. Nope, it's Easter time. So she sent me Easter eggs. So I'm going to flip the camera down and show you these beautifully decorated Easter eggs that she sent to me. I'm saving these Easter eggs because someday I'm going to have grandkids and we're going to do Easter egg hunts with these beautiful eggs. So let me get this all set up. All right. First of all, I had to put these beautiful eggs into a beautiful container. So now you will see something I inherited from my grandmother. So here it is. Beautiful green depression glass. This is from the grandmother I never met. She had already passed away by the time I was born. But I'm so pleased to have one of her precious depression bowls. And then these are the beautiful little eggs. Look at, they're tiny. They look like little partridge eggs. And they're so beautiful. I cannot believe it. This is my very favorite one. Look at this one. Doesn't it just look like, you know, one of those rocks you would buy at like a gem store for like $50 or something? Look at how gorgeous that is. It's all topaz and it's just got all these veins. I don't know how Elaine does this, but she is quite an amazing artistic crafter. Here's another one that's all purple. Of course, I can see little girls just loving the pink and purple ones. Here's a cute little brownish red one. Oh my goodness. And then she has one bigger egg in here. Look at this bright pink thing. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I have to get my nails colored this color because it's just so pretty. Here's another kind of purpley red one. Oh my goodness, and here's a brightish kind of green one. That could be pretty hidden if you had it in green grass. So that one has to go in pink grass so it really shows off. So Elaine, you are a sweetheart. Thank you, Elaine. They are just so beautiful. She said they're done with alcohol ink and they are just stupendous. I love them. Thank you so much. All right. I think we better move on to making something here. So let me show you the cards. Here are a couple of cards that I did in advance for you. These are using the Free as a Bird stamp set. And this can also be purchased as a bundle so you get to save 10% because this is the nested labels dies that are part of the Free as a Bird. So let me show you the dies with the stamp set. And they, whoops, I got the wrong stamp set here. This one here, Free as a Bird stamp set with the nested labels dies. And I believe I used the second largest one. Let me just double check. Because I did take the dies out and got that all ready in advance. But yes, it's the second largest one. So these have little I don't know if you'd call it stitching. Yeah, stitched nested labels. So they got little stitchings all on the outside. I mean, I love it when our dies do a little bit of the decorating. It's just beautiful. So that's this. And you know, if you just want to make general friendship cards, you can use this sentiment right here. It says your friendship means the world to me, and that also fits perfectly into that second biggest die. See how perfectly that will fit? So you could use that. However, I wanted to make spring and Easter cards, so I grabbed my Fable Friends, which is a really cute little set that Stampin' Up! Introduced last year during the spring period and then carried it over into our annual catalog. And these little sentiments just work perfectly, and they look really nice with just the whole look of Free as a Bird. So we're going to use Happy Spring and Easter Greetings. You can also make some really cute baby cards with this stamp set as well. All right, so I'm going to set all of that aside and we're going to go ahead and get stamping. So we are going to start with some Mossy Meadow cardstock. Just one second. I have to grab something out of my supplies. Yes, because I wanted to show you this paper as well. So give me a second here to get organized. Before we get too deep into making this card, I want to show you this Bird Ballad Designer Series paper. It's really beautiful. It has birds and feathers and all sorts of kind of outdoorsy birdie things. So, and then the other side, of course, is less design so that you can use it for all occasions cards. I love this one. It's probably my favorite. And then all of the beautiful little flowers and some keys and some feathers. It's just a beautiful set of papers. And we are going to be using those on our card. So we've got the card base that we're starting with, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to take the bone folder here. I'm going to fold towards the mountain. And we are just going to go ahead and get that so it lies flat for us while we're working with it so it doesn't actually pop up on us, because that's kind of annoying. All right, then we're going to set these aside for a second because we need to get started with our stamping. So to stamp the birds, we are going to use some Whisper White paper, and these papers are cut at 2 inches by 4 inches. And we have Memento Tuxedo Black ink that we're using, and the reason we're using this is we're going to be using blends. And blends is, this Tuxedo Black is what you need if you're going to use your blends. That or any other dye-based ink. Water-based ink, I should say. All right, so just go ahead and ink it up. And then you're going to just stamp that. It just barely fits. So you'll be able to see right where to stamp it because there's really no room for error. You can only put it on one way. There we go. So there's one. And we'll quickly do the other one here. Now, you probably want to stamp this and then give it just a little bit of time to dry. So I did pre-stamp these so that when I use the blends, I can show you with one that's been stamped for a bit. There we go. So we've got 2 of them and they look perfect. And I'm just going to move those aside. And now we're going to use that same ink as long as we've got it out. And I've got I just took some scrap pieces of Whisper White, ran them through a die cutting machine, and I have them ready to be stamped with our sentiment. And because Easter's coming up, we are going to do one with Easter greetings. And we're going to do the other one that says Happy Spring. Because it is spring now. It's officially spring. Yay! All right, so we'll set this in here. There we go. Beautiful. Now, I'm just going to put the lid on this so that we don't accidentally put a paper on top of it, and we're ready to roll. All right, so I have 2 of these ready to go, but I did pre-color one. So you only have to watch me color one. And then I stamped an extra one because I want to show you what happens when you make a mistake and how you can correct a mistake. So let's make a mistake first. What I'm going to do is, and I actually did make this mistake first, so that's why I thought, oh, I should share this. All right, so what I want to do is I want to grab a light, soft suede to color the branch. Well, what I ended up doing is I grabbed a dark, soft suede. Whoops. Oh, that's not the color I wanted. Yikes. Okay, that's no good because look how dark that is. And I want it to look light so you can see the little birdie feet and everything else on the branch. So what do you do when that happens? You can grab one of these color lifters that Stampin' Up! Sells as part of their blends, and you can actually fade out that really dark color by using a color lifter. And I'll give you a secret. It's not actually lifting the color. What it's doing is it's pushing the color through the paper. So it'll get darker on the other side, so you can barely see it at this point. But once you push it through with the color lifter, it causes the top part to fade. So that's what we're going to do. So when you open up your color lifter, just be a little bit careful. open it up, and then what I like to do is grab a piece of scrap paper. Of course, I can't find one. What in the world? I should have scrap paper everywhere on my desk. Here we go. I just tore the edge of an envelope. So what I do, because sometimes when you have these, you don't always use the color lifter a terrible amount of time. Like, you don't use it that often. Some people actually use it as part of their coloring, detailing. I don't. I use it more as an emergency situation when I need to get some color off where it wasn't supposed to be. So I take this and I just rub a little bit over the top to get any excess fluid out of the way, because sometimes when you haven't used it in a while, there can be excess fluid on the tip and you don't want that. Then now notice how dark this is. Take your color lifter and very gently just go over the top, and it's actually going to push the color to the other side. Oh my goodness. And just like that, you have perfected it. So let me hold it up to the camera so you can see. Look. Oh, it's not focusing, is it? Let me hold it down a little bit. Look. See, I fixed it. So easy with the color lifter. Then, if you flip it over to the other side, that's what I was telling you. It doesn't actually lift the color. It actually pushes the color through the paper. So you're getting deeper color on this side. But it sort of looks like it lifted the color off. So that's how you use a color lifter when you make mistakes like I do. All right, so that is literally what happened when I sat down to color my birdies before the video started. I grabbed the wrong marker or the wrong blend and was making a big mess. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and continue to use this. But this time, the color that I actually want to use is light. It's the light soft suede. All right, so I have the right color now. So the first thing that I do is I just grab the correct blend, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to lightly color in the branch. This is why I pre-colored ahead, because I want to do a really good job on these, because this is going out to 2 people that are watching and commenting right now. So like I said, I'll do the drawing on Tuesday of next week. So you have plenty of time to make your comments, watch it over the weekend or whatever. So I just colored the branch with this light soft suede. Now I'm going to color the leaves. That's just my next step. And I am using light old olive and light mossy meadow. So I'm going to take the light old olive first. See, I love Stampin' Blends because you don't have to be a real coloring perfectionist to be able to do this. And actually, I think it looks better if you don't color so completely. If you leave a bit of airiness in your coloring, it just makes it look not so tight and crowded. So I'm just adding a little bit of color to all of these leaves using light old olive. There we go. Then I'm going to take an accent color. This is going to be light mossy meadow. Some of you might be wondering why didn't I use the dark old olive? It's because I want to bring in a little bit of mossy meadow because my card base is mossy meadow. And one of the colors in the Bird Ballad Designer Series paper is the mossy meadow, along with old olive. Oh my gosh, it's not mossy meadow. I'm just reading here and there's no mossy meadow in here, but I swear to God, that looks like mossy meadow to me, and it looks great with the mossy meadow cardstock. So I don't know. I must have thought there was mossy meadow in there, but there actually isn't. But in my experiments with the paper, I thought it was mossy meadow. So that's why I picked it. So anyway, then take your mossy meadow and you're just going to add a little touch of darkness to these leaves. Nothing dramatic, nothing over the top. Just adds a little touch. And then you get just that, I don't know, it adds a little texture. It makes it look like there's some movement, like the wind's blowing through. And there we go. Then the next step is to take some Daffodil Delight. So I got my combo pack here of Daffodil Delight. I'm going to take the lightest color of Daffodil Delight, and we're coloring everything that's left. So we're going to color the birds entirely. And then we're also going to color those flowers. And again, it's so nice to not have to be a perfectionist with this because the blends are so forgiving. So then I'm going to go over here, color these little flowers. And then to add the final finishing touch, take your dark Daffodil Delight, and wherever you see kind of like hash marks or wherever you want there to be a little bit of a shadow, or you want to accentuate a certain part of the birdie, you just go ahead and add in some of that darker color. So pretty easy. And I have customers who have really become fans of our blends because they're just so easy to use. So you can see how pretty that makes the birds. And I add just a little color to the tail. Then go in and do the exact same thing to your flowers. Just add a little dot on each flower and you'll be good. There. Perfect. All right, so here is the one I colored in advance. Here's the one I just colored for you, and you can see how easy it was. All right, now let's go ahead and put this card together because it isn't going to take much longer, just a couple more steps here. So then you want to take your designer series paper, and I'm going to use these two designs, cut it by 4 by 5 1/4. That gives you a 1/4 inch edge all the way around your card base. And we are going to take some Daffodil Delight paper. This is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. And we're going to use that right over the top. I'm going to grab some snail here. Just put some snail on the back. And then we're just going to set these right onto our cards. And I should have maybe used glue so I'd have had a little bit of wiggle room, which is why I'm taking longer to get this set up perfectly. And it looks pretty good. It's a little off here. I might have cut something crooked. So I'm going to grab this little trimmer that new demonstrators can get. Brand new. And I'm just going to trim that. See how skinny of a trim you can get? And so that is going to even up any edges I have. So I'm going to do the same thing to this side. I can see just a little poke of white there. There we go. I love the trimmer just for that reason, because sometimes it's really hard to cut so perfectly, you know what I mean? Where you have one layer just perfect onto the next layer. There's always that little bit of room for error. And with that trimmer, you can just fix it. But this one did go on perfectly, so I don't even need to use the trimmer. Sometimes you're just accidentally perfect. All right, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little birdies that we just got done coloring, and we'll add some, if I can find it, we'll add some snail to the back of these. And we're going to set this up way towards the top so that there's just a small little border up here at the top. And you'll notice there's a big border down here, and that's okay. We want that. We're not trying to make it even because we're going to put ribbon down there. So let's go ahead and add this one right here. And it looks perfectly beautiful. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this lace trim. See how pretty this is? And that's the giveaway too. So you'll get 2 yards of that along with the cards. But I did pre-cut some. And I'm going to set this right here. So we're going to fold one side over. We're going to use a little Scotch tape. Oh, I got that. You know what? Hold on. Off camera. I need to trim something up again. I'll bring it on camera. I have to promote this because it's only available for another week to our brand new demonstrators. But I'll use it forever. Thank goodness. Regular, normal demonstrators, that were already in Stampin' Up! Got to pre-order it in December, so I've been using it for a while. I've had it on my desk ever since. I don't ever seem to find a spot that I don't want it. I just want it all the time. All right, so then we're gonna flip this over and do the same thing to the other side with our little bit of Scotch tape. And then this one looks all good. The lace trim truly is gorgeous. I just noticed someone was commenting how gorgeous the lace trim is. It looks really nice with this Bird Ballad Designer Series paper too. Actually, I was going to use the Daffodil Delight, I don't know what it was, some kind of ruched ribbon or something, but then you know, all those factories in China had to shut down and Stampin' Up! Ran out of it fairly quickly. I was going to actually use that. But then I actually ended up liking the card better with the lace trim. Isn't that funny how that works sometimes? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our card bases that I prepped in advance here. And we're just going to lay this down on top of our card bases. So I'm just going to use some snail. We'll set this in. Just try to make sure all 4 of your borders are nice and even. That looks fantastic. And we'll do the same thing to this one. And again, just make sure all 4 borders are nice and even. There we go. So it looks so pretty just like this, but we're gonna keep going and make it look even prettier. So the next thing that we wanna do is grab some Whisper White paper, because if you were to write on the inside of this card just like this, oh, if you're like me, you'd have to like get like a really bright light to see it, because this dark on dark just doesn't look so great. So we're gonna add a white insert here. This is just Whisper White paper, 4 by 5 1/4, and then, because you want to carry the theme from the outside to the inside, we're just gonna take some of that corresponding Designer Series paper and do a little 1/2 inch by 4 inch strip at the bottom. Pretty easy. So we're going to take the one that matches this paper and put it in this card. So let me do that. So we got this all set up. And then we'll do the same thing for the little feathers. And that's all set up and gorgeous. And now just the final finishing touch, we're going to add dimensionals and set those on the front of our cards. So let me grab some dimensionals here. Well, you guys are really loving the Designer Series paper. I agree, it is so pretty. Thank you for all of your kind comments. Oh my goodness, you guys are so sweet. Some of you have tuned in late. No problem, you can always catch the replay later. You have to catch the replay later because we have so many beautiful cards that I shared from downline members and from customers, and you have to see that. They're just gorgeous. Philomena's saying she always appreciates that I do the inside of my cards. Oh, well, of course. Thank you. I mean, no matter how beautiful the outside is, the first thing people do after they've oohed and awed, they're going to open it up. So there better be something on the inside, you know? All right, so this one's going to say Happy Spring. So we're just setting that in. All pretty like. And this one is going to say Happy Easter. Such beautiful, fun cards. There we go. And that is our Stamp and Chat with Kay today. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. It's great to have you here. And I will send out a customer newsletter this afternoon. And don't forget, there's a 3rd release now of celebration items, so that if you can round up your shopping over the next week and take advantage of that. And After I get that newsletter done, I am putting the pedal to the metal, and we're going to get those spring fling kits mailed out. Talk to you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.